Not feeling heavy? Feeling sleepy? I'll pray God you don't sleep. So far we have talked about the basic premise of getting a purpose in the life and setting your paradigms. Getting your own picture in the life, what exactly you want, why you want it. Now, conditioning of the mind leads to framing of our paradigms or our picture, the way we look at, the way we understand, the way we interpret the things. As I stated, the illustration of the baby elephant, conditioning of mind can be improved upon through the new inputs, new softwares. Mental inputs I am talking about, mental softwares I am talking about. It requires some kind of fine-tuning, some kind of rethinking, some kind of re-examination of what you have been doing till now and what kind of changes you want to bring it for the future purposes. If you look here, the conditioning of mind creates a kind of pattern in your mind. Let me illustrate. In olden times, some of the music directors like Shankar Jaikishan, Lakshmikant Pyarelal, Ilayaraja, they had a specific brand of music. In today's time, A.R. Rahman has got a specific brand of music. The moment song comes, you recognize the pattern. This looks like a Rahman music. Am I right? Yes or no? Now this is a product of a pattern, mental pattern. You must have also noticed some people behave in a specific pattern, in a specific way. In your family life, personal life, you can observe, notify it that under certain circumstances or condition, you behave in a particular manner. Or maybe you must have noticed in a classroom, some of the boys or the girls behave in a peculiar manner. Am I right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And that mannerism or pattern gets attached. It flows. And it goes on for years and years together. If this pattern is good, this conditioning is good, it will help you. In case it interrupts or disrupts, it's a problem. So how this pattern can be changed? Conditioning of mind, as I stated here, basically it leads to pattern or behavior pattern. It can be changed, fine-tuning through your paradigms. कभी कभी अच्छा है कि अपने आप को री-एग्जामिन किया जाए. But then how many times we sit and then we ponder, we pause, we think. How many times? I ask you a simple question. In case you have not performed well in an examination, how many times you sit down and examine the cause properly? Anyone? No answer? If somebody suppose has failed in the examination, he has got say 45% marks as per the professional standards, 50% is required. In the next examination he passes it. See, why he has failed and why he has passed, there is a gap in between. In that intervening period, this student has examined himself, the causes of the failure. And then he works on that. He changes the pattern and retune the mind and again appears into exam and passes. Am I right? Yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
It means some kind of re-examination is there of the mind. This is conditioning and reconditioning. In the family domain, in the finance domain, in the health domain, everywhere you can re-examine yourself. Suppose after doing the MBA or ME or BE, engineering, you opt for a job. You get a placement for say 2.5 lakh of rupees, am I right? Or 3 lakh package. But then it comes to your mind that some of my colleagues from the other institutions are getting paid 6 lakh rupees per annum. Then it creates the desire inside you that what they are doing, what I am not doing. Is there any difference? If they are performing to a certain standards and am I not, is there any difference? Yes. How can I bridge the gap? In the morning time, I asked a question, what makes a winner? Why there are only 1% people who win in this world? And why 99% remain average or below average? If they also ponder over this question, they will also come into this elite class category. Among the communicator and orators in the market like me, there are some people who remain trainers all the time. Some people elevate themselves to the higher category called motivators. Some people are paid rupees 250 say per hour. Am I right? Some people will be paid say 10,000 rupees per hour. If you read the ads of Arindam Chaudhary, now he is charging 5 lakh rupees per hour. Any number of participants. Why people charge so much? What goes into making a person of say that stature? Why someone like a person like say Mir Ranjan Negi, when he goes for a celebrity lecture, he is paid 1 lakh rupees and he speaks only for 1 hour. Why it happens? Conditioning of the mind and change in the paradigms. You think big, you will become big. You think small, you'll become small. Am I right? Life is all about options. Life is all about a good decision making. When I talk about options means what? At certain places I may not be having those options. Like, I never had the option to choose my parents. I never had the option to choose the color of my skin. I never had the option to choose the place of my birth. I never had the option to choose my siblings, the brothers and sisters, relatives. But the whole lot of things in this world comes in the form of options, the choices. Want to become big? It's a choice. Want to become a top-line professional? It's a choice. Want to study in this institute or not? It's a choice. After getting into this institution, want to work hard or not? It's a choice. Am I right? Want to excel or not? It's a choice. Want to study 6 hours or 8 hours or 2 hours? It's a choice. The whole lot of things are coming in the form of options, and we fail to exercise here also. We can, you can say, blame our destiny or luck. कि luck ने शायद मुझे इतना favor नहीं किया, तभी मैं यहाँ तक नहीं पहुँच पाया. But what you have done to yourself? As per my theory, as the leading astrologer of this country, I would say your birth luck is approximately 10% and your karma luck is 90%. You can easily nullify the negative impact of your horoscope through your good karmas. Some people who have seen my horoscope, they say it is not a horoscope, it is a horoscope. It is so bad. And they say, I won't reach anywhere in my life, I won't accomplish anything in my life, but by the grace of God, I reach somewhere. कहीं ना कहीं तो पहुंच ही गया, ज्यादा कुछ नहीं तो थोड़ा बहुत ही सही. तो प्रश्न ये पैदा होता है कि जिंदगी में जब मौका मिले चेंज होने का, तो क्या हम चेंज होंगे, करना चाहेंगे या नहीं? पैराडाइम शिफ्ट करना चाहेंगे या नहीं? ये भी एक ऑप्शन है. Like I am speaking to you right now, this option is with you whether to listen to me or not. You can sit on your seat and sleep also. वो भी एक चॉइस है, अच्छी चॉइस है, बुरी नहीं है. तो ये आपके हाथ में है कि कौन सी ऑप्शन को आप एक्सरसाइज करना चाहेंगे। पैराडाइम में थोड़ा सा शिफ्ट, कंडीशनिंग प्रोसेस में थोड़ा सा शिफ्ट, एंड सी एक्सीलेंस स्टार्ट्स फ्लोइंग इन योर लाइफ। राइट और नो?
Yes.
क्या?
Yes.
Stomachs are heavy? Huh? Okay, next slide. Now this is also a choice. Option. Dilemmas of the life. Personal life versus professional life. What's happening these days? People are working hard. As I stated before, that India is slowly limping towards 2020 developed country vision from a vision of developing nation. And if you look at the work culture of this country, people never worked hard here. Now there is bit change. People are working for 12 hours and 14 hours and 15 hours and 16 hours. But previously it was not there. The work culture was non-existent. It was of our making, not imposed by anyone. Option we opted for. I was giving a session in the city of Baroda some time back, and a lot of people from the Gujarat Industrial Development Corporation were there. They say we are working hard, extremely hard. I say, but why FDI is not flowing to this country then? China is attracting more than $100 billion per year, and we are stagnant at $5 billion. Am I right? Yes or no?
Yes.
My management students, engineering students, tell me, how much is the FDI inflow into India? Foreign direct investment. In tangible terms, not more than $5 billion. Answer is very simple. I say because we are not working hard, that's why people don't trust us. The more money is flowing towards China for last 15-20 years. Previously it used to be $50 to $60 billion, now it has crossed $100 billion. Can you believe that a Chinese worker is 4.5 times more productive than Indian worker? It's the truth. They're working hard, so they're getting the money. China is approximately 2.5 times of India in geographical terms. But arable land is only 60% to India. जो खेती योग्य जमीन है चाइना में, वो हिंदुस्तान में जो जमीन अवेलेबल है उसका सिर्फ 60% है. Now think of productivity. India produces 200 million tons of food grain every year in the land which is 1.5 times of China, arable land. And China produces 450 million tons of food grain. This is their level of productivity. So to reach the vision of 2020 developed nation, it's necessary that we pull up our socks and we change our paradigm. Resolve the dilemmas that yes, I can go ahead, I can do it, I can deliver it. And who's worshipped these days? Who's respected? Who's getting better package? The person who's delivering. If you have the piece of paper in your hand, MBA written on that, BE or ME written on that, it has got no value. It may get you an entry into corporate sector with a tag, with a package, but beyond that, it means nothing, it matters nothing. It's zero. After that, it will be your delivery system. What you can deliver. What you're capable of delivering. If your CEO or MD wants a specific schedule of delivery, the performance management, you'll get the higher pay skills, add-ons. If not, I'm sorry, you'll remain at the rock bottom. Or maybe after 2 years, your boss will say, sorry, leave the company. For that, you need to have a broader paradigm, a broader horizon. Understanding of the dilemmas faced by us in personal life and professional life. What put us down, what takes us up. Am I right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Very feeble voices are coming. Everyone is looking at each other. Huh? One more dilemma. Sense of responsibility. Same thing what I talked about. Sense of responsibility, once again I'll say. Simple question. What kind of challenges do you foresee for India in the coming 5 years? The major challenges.
Protection from other country.
Protection
From other country.
from other countries. Okay. Protection in what way? Economic protection? Defense protection?
Defense.
Social protection?
Defense protection.
Defense. That's the major challenge. Okay.
It is the one of the challenge
Okay.
to become a developed country.
You mean militarily if you are powerful, you mean to say that one? Remember then 1945 and 1947. In 45 World War II was over. Japan was in state of heap of ashes, you can say. Nothing was left. Entire infrastructure got vanished due to the bombardment. You can say the Japanese economy, a state of infrastructure was in shambles. But one of the industrialists from Japan, standing on the heap of ashes, said, "We are going to win and industrial West is going to lose. And there is nothing they can do about it." Quote, unquote. We are going to win and industrial West is going to lose and there is nothing they can do about it. With this paradigm, Japan became the economic powerhouse of last century. And now in this century, what's happening? We lagged behind. We could not become economic powerhouse. Without military power, it became the powerhouse. In 1947, we got liberated. We moved very slowly. Now we are waking up, trying to run, change the paradigm, change the mental conditioning process or mindset to equate with the economies which are developed right now. But in some way, in some sense, we are on right track also. Till 18th or 19th of century, all the victories were geographic victories. Mind it. In last century, all the victories were economic victories. But in this century, all the victories will be knowledge victories. Any person who can master the knowledge will rule the century. And India is right now on that track. With people like you studying hard for technical courses, management courses, I see the ray of hope that we are right now trying to explode on the world scene, and every day if you read the newspapers, there is one column, one talk, one statement which speaks about India's economic miracle. Am I right? Yes or no? And this economic miracle is happening through the knowledge. Dr. Abdul Kalam always emphasized the knowledge. If you gain the knowledge, if you have the knowledge, if you evolve it, you will prosper. So knowledge and knowledge management, how well you can go about it, so everything will depend on the excellence you create in those work areas. All these dilemmas, whether they are the responsibility or personal life or professional life, they can be resolved only through the right kind of thinking and a knowledge management. But how you will acquire the knowledge? The true knowledge? The way should be through the trust and commitment. Trust in what? In your own abilities, in your own capabilities, that I can do it, I can deliver it, I am capable of doing it, and I am going to do it. If this trust is not there, you cannot perform. I believe the people who are at the top, they don't do the miracles. They are simply more committed, they are simply more trustworthy, and that's all. It gives them a special skill on decision making. This process begins from the self and then goes to the next stage, from the personal level to interpersonal level, then managerial level, and then organizational level, as per the management hierarchy. The most important quality at personal level is trustworthiness. कोई बात light here. So the most important thing at the personal level is trustworthiness. When a person becomes trustworthy, two conditionalities have to be fulfilled. Number one, character, and number two, competence. Character and competence. I'll ask you a simple question. What's the difference between being skillful and being competent? What is the difference between a skill and competence? Anyone? In simple words, a skill is an ability to do something. In layman's language. Am I right? Yes or no?
Yes.
A skill means what? That I have got ability to do something. Then what is competence?
So competence is that thing which makes the talent to develop.
Okay.
So that is वो skill को develop करता है.
To do something better than others.
Applications.
Sir, application है, usage.
Is the application.
Usage, application.
It is a challenging task.
Okay.
To believe in yourself.
Okay.
Sir, application of skill is competence.
Application of skill is competence. Very nice answer. Somebody else?
To show their own performance. To show the own potential or
Okay.
performance.
As I stated, skill means an ability to do something.
Yes.
And competence means, with the skill, I have the willingness to do the things. When skill gets added to the positive mental attitude, it becomes competence. Look around. There are a lot of skillful people, but very few competent people. And those who are competent, they reach the top. Those who are competent, they reach the top. The best of the packages are for them. 5 lakh, 7 lakh, 10 lakh, 1 million, 2 million, 4 million, 6 millions. They're commanding it. Every day you read in the newspapers, it's happening. Tomorrow some of the youngsters, when they'll be coming out from this beautiful institution, how they'll command? 1 million, half a million, or less than that? Let me ask. What's your level of expectation? What package you'll command? What picture do you perceive for yourself? Half a million? 1 million? You are from the dynamic state of Gujarat, not from the other states. Leading role model. The examples which you will be setting today will be followed tomorrow by other India.
Depends on what I am doing.
Depends on what I am doing. What kind of picture you have painted for yourself? First tell me.
Present, I am working as a lecturer in this
Yes, sir.
institute. So at present, I am.
Where do I go from here then?
Last
From a lecturer to somewhere else?
The next step would be head of department,
Head of department. Then
then principal,
then principal,
then last stage director. At present, if I'm working with this thing,
okay.
but if I change my way, change my track.
There is no need to change the way. If you capitalize on the strengths, as a SWOT analysis is being done in the management, to identify your strength, weaknesses, opportunity and threats, that means what? You may be having some other strengths also. Along with doing the job, you can do something else also. I'm doing it. I'm standing in front of you. This is not my job, but I love it. I love writing the books, so I write it. That's the job. So apart from your teaching job, what else you can do? Can you paint? Can you sculpt? Can you write? Can you go to moon? Young chap here. Yes, in red sweater. What kind of picture you have painted for yourself?
A successful person.
Successful person, not liking with us.
Well,
What do you love to do most in the life but not doing?
live very simple life.
Live very simple life. Give me the meanings of simple life. Give me your paradigm of simple life. Simple life with a Mercedes Benz? Or maybe a simple life with a hero bicycle? Now this simple life word has got different meaning to different people. Am I right, sir? What may be simple to you may not be simple to me.
I should not interrupt in others' life, and no one should also interrupt in my life. I just live simple.
Okay, you don't want to interfere in other people's life. You don't want others to interfere in your life.
Yes.
No, I don't want to interfere in your life. Don't worry. I have got no such intentions. I'm telling you the truth. मैं तो अपनी वाइफ के साथ भी कभी उसके काम में इंटरफेयर नहीं करता. डर लगता है मुझे.
इसीलिए बस यही होगा आदमी के पास, तो आदमी प्रोग्रेस कर पाएगा.
अच्छा, तभी प्रोग्रेस करेगा. शुभकामनाएं आपके साथ हैं मेरी. आप सर बहुत खूबसूरत लग रहे हैं आप. स्माइल भी बहुत अच्छी है आपकी. तो बताइए, आपने अपने लिए क्या पिक्चर पेंट की है? पिक्चर पेंट कौन करता है? Who paints the mental picture? The one who's reading of dilemmas. Confusion is not there. Anxieties are not there. Worries are not there. A clarity of mind, you can say. The canvas is very clear. Think from today that you got a canvas in your hand, paint and brush in your hand, and you have to repaint it. Think how you are going to repaint it. What kind of picture you got in the mind about your future?
Have the software company right now I'm handling at the same time my brother's software company.
Okay.
So have the private limited firm. Then have if I have big budget, then I start to make production of movies also.
Production of
Movies.
movies. The hero is there already.
Absolutely. No, my production of myself obviously.
Okay, you become the hero. All the best to you. मेरे लिए क्या रोल होगा?
I think you are composing music well. That is all for you also.
एक और ऑफर आ गई. मतलब मेरा तो काम बनना शुरू हो गया. अपनी गाड़ी निकल पड़ी. So I don't have any dilemma in my mind. So thank you very much. What's your good name?
Vishal.
Vishal. Vishal Mega Mart. Thanks. This gentleman here. Your future picture. Don't get confused. We are on a very serious business. Progress in my career. What kind of career? What you're doing right now? You're a faculty. But you wish to become a super faculty then. Super duper faculty. And then doing something else which you always wanted to do. There's something you do with your mind and something you do with your heart. Many people rot their life just because they always work through their minds. Logic, rationality, reasoning. But there is no meaning and substance in that. You may earn money, but satisfaction is not there, joy is not there. Joy doesn't come from here. Joy comes from here. All the रिक्वेस्ट सर, नेक्स्ट टाइम आप वहां पे होंगे और मैं यहाँ बैठा होऊंगा, ये मेरी इच्छा है कम से कम. थैंक यू वेरी मच. Somebody else from the behind. मतलब लोग आज पीछे ज्यादा जाके बैठ गए हैं अभी तो, यहाँ सारी खाली कुर्सियां छोड़ के. अच्छा चेंज. सेकंड वन इज वर्किंग. वो भी स्टार्ट है. बिजली आ गई है. मुझे लगा शायद बैटरी चल रही है. ठीक है. कहाँ गए? आगे चलते हैं. हाँ ठीक है. So we are talking about the dilemmas and then how to take a decision. So life is all about taking the right decision at the right time. I came to this venue at the right time. Few days back I was asked by Swamiji, can you do something for us? I say always, just order me and I'll be here. So true to my commitment, I am here. In the previous slide there was a word called commitment. Commitment is one of the heaviest word in English dictionary. Unparalleled word. Through commitment you can achieve lot many things in the life. बहुत पुराने जमाने की बात है. एक राजा ने अपने राज्य के अंदर जितने भी पेंटर्स थे उनसे कहा कि आप सब अच्छी अच्छी रूस्टर्स की पेंटिंग बना के लाइएगा. मुर्गा, कॉक. So hundreds of the painters did the beautiful painting of roosters and brought it to the courtyard of the king. And then king asked an elderly painter, come and judge it. I want to give the prizes to the best one. As it happened, this examiner, the judge, the old man, he went through all the capped paintings and after that he declared, none of these paintings deserve a prize. People were shocked, surprised, amused. And they said, hundreds of people had put in their hard effort, they painted beautifully, and you say none of them deserve any prize? He said, Your Honor, I am sticking to what I have said, but for your satisfaction, I'll conduct one more test. I'll do one thing, I'll call for a live rooster. A live rooster has this peculiar habit of attacking another rooster. मुर्गा दूसरे मुर्गे को देखेगा तो अटैक करता है, एक टिपिकल हैबिट है. तो people were surprised, but king said, okay, go ahead. The live rooster was called. It was made to walk past all the capped paintings. It did not move its head.